Sherlock Holmes is not only one of the most famous detectives in the world of English literature, he was also one of the first. Today, when detectives appear in so many books and television programs around the world, it's hard to imagine just how exciting the Sherlock Holmes stories must have been when they were first published in the late 19th century. The creator of Sherlock Holmes was the Scottish author Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. He was born in Scotland in 1859 and studied medicine at Edinburgh University. He was both a scientist and a writer. It was the combination of these two interests that shaped the character of his groundbreaking detective Sherlock Holmes. While Sherlock Holmes was a fictional character, Conan Doyle was often inspired by real-life criminal cases. Conan Doyle's writing was also very influential in the development of what was at the time the new detective technique of forensic science. Dr. Carolyn Morton teaches forensic science at the University of the West of England in Bristol.
Forensic science is using science to help investigate crimes and then bring evidence to court. There's a range of evidence that's very useful. The best would be something like DNA or fingerprint evidence, where we might be able to say with a fingerprint that one particular person must have left that fingerprint. DNA is extremely good. But all sorts of things like mud on someone's shoes, fibres from their clothing, a bit of broken glass, all sorts of things can be a link between a person and the scene of a crime.
She explains more about Conan Doyle's impact on the science.
There's not much recorded until really the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century. And Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who invented Sherlock Holmes, in many ways led the way. He was giving the police and the scientists ideas. He was trained as a doctor. He knew about investigating crime, looking at post-mortem injuries. And in his stories, Sherlock Holmes was investigating using some science. So he was coming up with ideas for linking people to places, following their footprints, mud on trousers, that people weren't doing. And he made people think how to use science to solve crime.